Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make the teddy bear ears for the hood that I created the tutorial for previously. The ears are pretty easy to make, and I made one to show you. So this is what the ear is going to look like. It's like 3D, so it's going to look really cute when you sew it onto the hood. So far, these are the tools that you're going to need for the project that we're going to do today. You're going to need a size 10 hook. You're going to need a size 5 hook. You're going to need a tapestry needle. You're going to need one with a large eye and one with a normal eye. I use one with, I use this one here. It has the large eye, but I can use it with normal yarn as well. And it's metal. It doesn't bend or anything like that. This is my favorite tapestry needle. And also some scissors. And for your yarns, what you're going to need is, if you have some scrap yarn, it would be awesome. But if not, these are the yarns that I am going to use today. All my yarns are scrap yarn. So since my hood that I'm making, that I made up yesterday, is the pink color, I am going to contrast with pink. So this is going to be my trim for my hood and the casing for my drawstring. This is it. I'm also going to use some blanket yarn. This is Burnett blanket yarn. This is an ivory or cream color. This is going to be used for the inside of my teddy bear ears. And you can use any color you want. You don't have to use the same colors I'm using. You can use any color that you like for your teddy bear ears. And also, the remaining leftover of your Lion Brand Go for Faux thick and quick yarn that you use for your hood, you'll have the remaining of that, and you can use the rest of that. This is a size 7 jumbo, just in case you have to buy some more. Mine is in color Pink Poodle, and it's Lion Brand Go for Faux. So this is the kind that I used. Alright, so we're going to get started with the teddy bear ears. Alright, so we're going to start with a magic circle. And you can make your magic circle any way you like. I do my magic circle starting with the chain method. I do both, but the chain method is usually easier for me when I do tutorial videos. So I'm going to do my chain method. I'm going to start with a chain 3 because I don't need to have a large circle for this. So chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to go to the first chain and slip stitch. Chain up 1, and then we're going to half double crochet 5 into your magic circle. I'm sorry. Okay, make sure you're in the center of your magic circle. Alright, so 5 half double crochets inside of your magic circle. 1. And if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, make sure you crochet over your tail. That way, at the end, you'll be able to pull your circle closed so it won't have a hole. And I'll show you how to pull it closed at the end. So that's 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochet, and a half double crochet is yarn over, pull through with 3 loops on your yarn, on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that's a half double crochet. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when I was saying to pull it close, take your tail and pull, and see how my hole is now closed. So now it's going to look like a half a circle or a D shape, and that's what the first round is going to look like. So now let's move on to the second round, which you're going to chain up 1. And I like to work over my tail so that way I don't have to sew anything in at the end, or not as much in at the end. So you're going to half double crochet 2 in each stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should have 10 half double crochets for this round. Alright, and here is your first part of your teddy bear ear. Chain up 1 and fasten off. You don't have to have a long tail for this either, so just fasten that off. So make sure you make two of these. Alright, so now grab your fur yarn, and you're also going to grab the same hook. We're going to repeat the same process as we did with this one. It's the same process. Okay, so we're going to make our magic circle, and this one is going to be larger because of the size of the yarn, but that's what makes it curl and curve like this. That's when we sew it together, that's what makes it the puffy shape. So don't worry about it being larger, because I'm going to show you how to work it. Alright, so go ahead and make your magic circle. Again, I do the chain method. I chain, for this one I'm going to chain 4 because of the size of the yarn. Alright, and go ahead and slip stitch, chain up 1, and do 5 half double crochets into your magic circle. And I'll meet you back here at 5 half double crochets. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look a little different than this one because of the fur. It's like I said, you can't see through this fur, so it's going to look a little different, but it's going to match up nice with that. So go ahead and chain up 1, turn your work, and double crochet 2 half double crochet 2 into each stitch. And at the end you should wind up with 10 half double crochets, and I'll meet you back at the end. Alright, so this one's going to look like a half circle or D shape. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain up one, and then you're going to fasten off. And again, this doesn't have to be a long chain. Keep your fur yarn handy. Alright, grab your centerpiece. We're going to match it up like this. Okay. Take your fur yarn. And go ahead and, if it's easier for you to do it this way, stick it through your first half double crochet in your fur part. Only because it's so hard to see, so that's why I'm going to do it this way. And that these pieces don't really line up because of the sizes, but so do it this way. Stick it into the first piece, and then stick it into the first piece here, and then grab your fur yarn, pull it through both pieces, and chain and to lock it in. All right, we're going to work over. We're going to crochet over our tail so that we don't have to sew it in. All right, and again, like if you need to do it this way for you, it's easier. We can do it this way. So put it through the second hole into the ear, and then put it into the second hole into the white part. Pull it through both parts. I'm sorry, because I forgot to crochet over my piece. So put it through the second part in both pieces. Pull it through both parts, and then single crochet over it. Go through the third half double crochet in the pink part of the ear, and then put it through the white part of the ear. Pull it through both pieces, and then single crochet over top. This is what it's going to start looking like. So it's going to start to grab, and it's going to start to add the fur around it. So you'll be able to see how it's going to start making that fur around. So I'm going to show you a couple more, and then I'll leave you to it. Alright, so go ahead and put your hook into your next stitch, and to the next stitch of the white one as well. Grab your fur yarn, pull it through both pieces, and then complete your single crochet. Put it through the next stitch of the pink fur, put it through the next stitch of the white, pull it through both pieces, and then single crochet over. Alright, so you start seeing how it's going to start looking around. Do that all the way around. You should have 10 10 single crochets around. When you get to your 10th, fasten off, and I'll meet you back here at 10. Alright, so here's what the ear is going to look like after you're done. The back, and this is how it's going to look like. Like I said, it's going to be like a 3D ear. Make sure when you fasten off a long enough piece so that when it's time to sew it, you can sew it on with this, and you don't have to create another piece. These parts right here, you can tie it in a knot like this, or you can sew it into whatever piece you want to sew it in, however you want. What I usually do is this and stuff it inside of my ear, which gives it more puffiness. And when I sew it down, it'll be just like that. So here are the ears. This is what the teddy bear ears is going to look like. And I will be back to show you how to trim your hood and also how to assemble. So now I'm going to show you how to do the trim of the hood. So where we're at now is the V part of the hood. You can start on either side. It doesn't matter, whatever one is comfortable for you. But start on the edge of the hood, the very first stitch, going around like this. We're going around like that. I'm sorry, it's kind of difficult to hold like that. But going around like this. And put your hook through, grab your yarn, and lock it in with a chain. Alright, and now we're going to do half double crochets. So this foundation row here is going to be half double crochets. Usually you would do single crochets, but I want it to be kind of more sturdy. So I like to do the half double crochet. So in each of the in each of the double crochets going around, you're going to do 2 half double crochets in each one. So I have my first one here, and then I'm going to put the second one in. And also, like, I like to crochet over my tails, just so that I don't have to weave them in after. If not, that's where your tapestry needles come in at. The next one is going to be half double crochet, 2 in that space as well, 2 in the next space, 1, 2, half double crochets, and then 2 in the next one. And this is the pattern going all the way around. So make sure you have 2 half double crochets into each of the 2 of the double crochets going around. That way it's not too big and bulky going around your head for the casing of your drawstring. So go ahead and do your half double crochets going around, and I'll meet you back here at the end on the other side. So as you can see, I did my half double crochet. I did my round. I did it all the way around until I got back here to the other part of the V. So now what you want to do is chain up 1, turn your work, and double crochet into each half double crochet going back around, and that's going to be the pattern for this round. And this is the first row of our casing, and it's only going to be 2 rows of this, so don't worry, it's not a lot. After you do the double crochet for this round, you're just going to do 1 more round of this. It's going to be the same round. So I'm going to let you go ahead and double crochet in each half double crochet all the way around until you get back to this part of the V. and I will help you with going to the second part of the casing. Okay, so I did the first round. As you can see, I did it all the way around.
Everything from holistic, calming, hydrating facials to.
So now what you're going to do is you're going to chain up one.
Just get it in. When you're ready for a customized
turn your work again,
go to my website,
and you're going to repeat the same thing.
And click on the booking link. I can't wait to become
double crochet into each stitch around, and then this is the second row of the casing for your drawstring.
Sorry for cutting so close, but Todd Bridges was on Cops.
And you're just going to do this all the way around until you get to the other side. Once you get to the other side, you can go ahead and fasten off, but fasten off with a long string. The string is going to need to be long enough to be able to sew all the way around the complete surrounding of the hood. So if you don't want to cut off yet until I show you, you can definitely wait until you do that, until I come back and show you how to do that. If not, you can go ahead and move forward and go ahead and sew your casing down. If you know how to go ahead and do that, but if not, I will definitely show you. Go ahead and double crochet all the way around, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, and I want to apologize for my TV in the background previously. I forgot to mute my TV. Alright, so I finished the second round of my hood. I'm going to put it on so you can kind of see. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like, and if you can see how the two portions of the crochet, you're going to like fold that in half. It's going to be folded in half like that, and it's going to be sewn down, and that's going to be your casing for your drawstring. So this is mine. So my string, I want my string to be super long. Even if I waste a little bit of it, I don't want it to be too short, because I don't want to have to add any yarn to it. I like to just work my stuff just with one pass through. So I'm going to cut my yarn super long. So this is about the length of my yarn. So it's pretty long. And this is what I'm going to use to sew around the hood. Alright, so get your tapestry needle and thread it down. And my thing is easy to use as a guide, is just go by that line that separates the two half double crochets, like that one half double crochet, and then that's the second, that line right there. Just fold it right there, and then I would use, if you can see right here, go ahead and sew around, sew the top portion down to your foundation row, which would be the half double crochet row. And I'm sorry, but it's a little hard to see that here because of the color yarn that I'm using. It's really light, but just go ahead and do like a whip stitch and go make sure you're going down, because you don't want to have that seam really showing. So make sure you're going down inside of that foundation row when you sew. And you're just going to repeat this all the way around. The thing I love about this fur yarn is very forgiving. You can hide a lot of mistakes with the fur yarn. So definitely don't be afraid to have mistakes, because again, you can definitely hide a lot of your mistakes, especially if you're using the colors that are contrasting together. If you're using like different colors, like say if you're using black and then this is going to be a different color, it may look a little different, but for the most part, you can definitely go ahead and hide a lot of your mistakes with the colors. So go ahead and crochet. I'm sorry, not crochet, whip stitch your hat, your seams together, like down. I'm sorry, it's really hard to see, but this is what it's going to look like once it's down. And you'll be able to get a better visual once I'm completely done. I can be able to show you the better visual. But it's just going to look like this all the way around, halfway, like a half, like I folded it in half. And it's just going to look like that all the way around, going all the way around my hat. So just go ahead and sew it down. And then I'll meet you all the way back into, on the other side. All right, everybody. So now that your casing is done, this is what it should look like. Look like all the way around, just like that. So your next step is going to be use your yarn of the same color, and we're going to chain your string for your drawstring. So my particular favorite number is 175. I do 175. It's not too long, not too short. And it doesn't come out when it's being washed, hand washed, or anything like that. You can do yours longer if you like longer strings. So that way you can choose what your length is going to be. You can decorate the ends of your strings. I add aglets. I will show you what they are at the end of the video once I do the assembly. So go ahead and do your chain. We all know how to do a chain, and set that aside. The next video up is going to be our assembly, or the next portion of the video, I'm sorry, is going to be the assembly. I'm going to show you how to add the ears up here and sew them on, and put your drawstring and add any details you like. Also, after you finish sewing this, go ahead and fasten this off. Make sure it's tied and fastened off good so it doesn't unravel. And go ahead and weave in your ends. And I will meet you back here to show you how to get to assemble everything. So grab all of your pieces, your strings, your drawstring, and your ears. And I will be back to show you assembly. Alright, so now let's just do the assembly. So I put my string in through my casing. You should have done your string as well. It should be whatever number you want it to be. But this is what it's going to look like once it's like drawstrung. My glasses are in the way, so that's why it looks weird. But if you don't wear glasses, it's not going to look as bad. But this is how it's going to look when it's drawstring. The ear assembly, make sure you have your big eye tapestry needle, and make sure you thread your ear. So what you're going to do is you're going to count from the front. You're going to count 6 rows back from the front of your crochet. Do not count your casing. So you're going to count from here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you're going to count 10 rows up from the bottom. That's where you're going to put your needle. And that's where your first part of the bottom part of your teddy bear ear is going to go. the top portion, make sure you have your what are these things called again? I can't remember. The whatever, but you know what they are. Make sure you have these so that you can hold your ear in place at the top. So the top portion of the ear is going to be 15 from the bottom. So the bottom is going to be 10, the top is going to be 15. So that's how you're going to put your ear on. It's going to be 6 rows. I'm going to do it again. 6 rows from the front, 10 rows from the bottom for the bottom part of the ear, 10 and 15 rows from the bottom for the top part of the ear. And you're going to do that on each side, and that's how you're going to do your teddy bear ears. And then also, if you wanted to add the aglets, I'll show you those once I assemble everything for my hood and show you the finished product, and I'll show you the aglets as well once I put everything on my hood and show you exactly what they are and how the finished product looks with those on it. Be right back. Okay, so this is the finished product. I put like a little pin in here for like a little earring effect. But this is the finished product after everything is put together. My ears are on, my drawstring is in. And these are aglets. The little things that go on the end of the shoestrings or strings, drawstrings, anything like that. These are what they are. I did get these from Amazon. So you can just go on Amazon, type in aglets. They will pop up and you can choose what type you like. They have smaller ones. They have skinnier ones. I just chose these because I like the shape and I like the way they came. I think they came with 30 or 25, something like that. But they came with different colors, like the silver, like a plated silver, a frosted silver, I guess this is. They came with black, which I use that a lot. This gunmetal type of silvery color. And then it also came with some gold ones, which I use that one too. So, and it was only, I think I paid $10 for this. So it's not that expensive, depending on which ones you want. And it comes in a cool case like this. So, like I said, this is the finished product. I'm going to take off my glasses so you can definitely see the drawstring effect of it. And then, like, just tie it. And I wore it outside today. And I got so many compliments on this. And it's just really warm. I love it. So, if you have any questions, put it in the comments. Again, like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you found this tutorial helpful. And thank you again for watching.